Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a Form 8K filing from Markforged Holding Corporation, and let me tell you, this one involves taxes and mergers. A combination as exciting as it sounds. Get ready for some surprises. Alright, first things first, what is this Form 8K? It's basically a company's way of saying, hey SEC, something important happened, and we need to tell you about it ASAP. In this case, it's about a proposed merger, that is when two companies come together to become one, between Markforged and Nano Dimension. The main reason for this filing is to share some information about Israeli withholding taxes related to the merger, specifically to stockholders of Markforged. It looks like Markforged put up a letter to its stockholders with tax guidelines on their website to clear up any confusion on this topic. Basically, they're trying to make sure everyone understands what paperwork is needed, especially concerning Israeli tax laws, when the merger finally happens. Now, here's where things get a bit legally cautious. Markforged includes what are called forward-looking statements. These are essentially predictions about the future, like when the merger will happen and whether it will be successful. And this is a big but, they're saying, hey, things might not go as planned, there are risks, lots of them, so don't take these predictions as guarantees. It's like saying we hope to launch this rocket by Friday, but it might explode on the launch pad. So what are these risks? Well, according to the filing, there's the risk that the announcement of the merger could make it harder for Markforged to run its business, keep its employees happy, and maintain good relationships with customers and suppliers. There's also the risk that the merger might not happen at all, or that it could take longer than expected. Maybe regulators won't approve it, or maybe something else will go wrong. Competitors could try to take advantage of the situation, and management could get distracted from their day-to-day jobs. There are also costs associated with the merger and possible lawsuits, and they also mention that they have a risk that the company is not able to continue operating, which should ring some alarm bells. It's a whole cocktail of uncertainty, and that is not great. The report also contains exhibits, mainly the letter that was sent to Markforged's stockholders explaining the tax guidelines. Now let's take a step back and look at the big picture. Markforged is in the 3D printing business. They make printers that can create parts out of metal, carbon fiber, and other materials. Nano Manufacturing World, however, planned. So what does this all mean for investors? Well, if you're a Markforged shareholder, you need to understand the tax implications of the merger, especially if you're subject to Israeli tax laws, and you need to weigh the potential benefits of the merger against the risks. Will the combined company be stronger and more successful, or will the merger create more problems than it solves? Only time will tell. As for whether this is a good deal, the potential for growth through synergy, that is combining both companies, and the risk of failure are something to consider. The most concerning part is definitely them mentioning that Markforged has a risk of not continuing as a going concern, which means there's a risk of them not being able to continue operating. Ultimately, whether to buy, sell, or hold Markforged stock depends on your individual investment goals and risk tolerance, but hopefully this breakdown has given you a better understanding of the situation. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe for more corporate deep dives.